the suite celebrates her first birthday. We just celebrated birthday number 1. There are, as the suite grows, there are more and more requests that are creating patterns. So if the same people ask for the same thing 3 times in a row, we know that that's something that we need to focus on. And after a year of housing this suite for a lot of our clients, we've added and taken a lot away too. We've taken out a lot of the noise. So what I wanted to do today is just do a once over. Like, this is what we currently have in the practice suite. Um, if you're joining us for the Suite Collective, which starts in September, it's actually waitlisted right now. And if you want to get into it, you got to book a discovery call with me, because at this point, we're only letting people in who are really a perfect fit for it. And if you already have a suite, you're welcome to join. We're not charging you to join the Suite Collective. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 weeks in September, and we're going to go over 6 different moving pieces of the suite and making sure that they're perfect for you. If you don't already have a suite, in between the meetings, we're going to be building the pieces for you. So last week, I used a Miro board during our masterclass, and the feedback was, man, that was really helpful to see the visual aids. So I'm going to do that again. And hi, Dr. Marcy. And I'm going to do that with asking for permission to not be perfect, because I'm working on like 4 hours of sleep. My brain is somewhat on today. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I have a couple of windows open here. And the first thing, and this is kind of, we're building the ship as we're steering it, right? This is and then say we're building the ship while we're steering it, and we're also looking at it. We're like the seagull flying along the ship. This is what we're seeing, what I'm about to create for you on this Miro board. The first thing that we see is that the website for a practice is the center hub. And I'll explain this in a minute. It serves as a business card. So I'm going to do a little bit of a thing here saying card. It also makes it so that people can find your card. It's like, it's your SEO magnet, search engine optimization. It's if someone Googles you, it's what's going to pop up most likely, unless you do a lot of community events or online events. So it's SEO. It's also the who, what, where, when, and why of the practice. It also starts a conversation, a chat. So that's the purpose of the website. The website also has a brand to it. It has a logo. It has fonts that you like, colors that you like. So brand goes into the next piece. Okay, so far so good. So when we talk about brand, let me bring this over here. We have your logo. We have your fonts. We have the way that you want to show up to your community members who are sniffing out what you're all about. We want the consistency with the brand to be everywhere. So if my brand is that pink color F137A9, I want it to be everywhere somebody looks at something that I'm doing. And actually, as I say those words, I'm realizing I don't have any pink in my private practice. I keep it completely separate. So you might even need to get creative with your brand if you've got a lot of different balls in the air with your career spoke, right? So brand is logo, brand is fonts, brand is tagline, brand is, oops, let me get rid of that. Brand is also going to show up a lot on social media. Okay. Okay, so that's brand. When we go to website, we're also going to add one more spoke, for connection. We said chat, but with that, I'm talking more about a chat widget. With connection, I'm talking about Lead Pilot. Okay, so let's go to Lead Pilot. I'm going to take this guy here, and I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to say Lead Pilot. Your website has a link to your Lead Pilot, and I'll show you that in a minute. So Lead Pilot is the first step. It's when they click, I want more information. It's the first thing they do. So first, investment. And always when we talk about investment, we're talking about time, money, energy. It's going to educate them more, educate deeper. It's going to give them reviews of what people say about you. And it's going to give them the opportunity to book a 10-minute. Book a no strings 10-minute appointment to make sure that you are their chiropractor, that you are their PT, that you are their eye doctor, that you are their MD before they come in and invest time, energy, and money. This is a freebie. It's 10 minutes. So it's a little bit of an investment on your part and on their part. I love the idea of this time, energy, money. So let me just put this here, time, energy, money. I love the idea of this not being you. If you have somebody in your world who can be a patient advocate or a new practice member ambassador, whatever title you want to add to that. Okay. So that's Lead Pilot, that's connection. And then within Lead Pilot, once they book this 10-minute appointment, they start getting nurtured. I'm just going to put nurture. Okay. And guess what? We're going to a new color. Let's do orange. What does nurturing mean when we're talking about practice member communication? It means what are they going to see? What are they going to hear? What are they going to read? What are they going to watch in all of the different phases of a new practice member journey? Okay. It might not even be new. It might be in all of the different phases of a practice member journey. So Nurture is another program called Flywheel. And the flywheel is literally a wheel of when they first click yes, what do they see? What do they hear? So see, hear, watch, read, etc. Okay? And we can have this go out automatically so that you're not even looking at it in voice message, in text, in email, in social. We could do fax. I don't know why you would want to, but you can. Okay. And all of that can be automated. So when they book this 10-minute appointment, that's when the first nurturing happens. And the nurturing changes, like what they receive, depends on what stage they're in. If they are, they just booked a Lead Pilot is the first stage. The second stage is, they have their first visit book. First visit meaning their first paid for visit. And the third stage would be after their first visit, after first visit. And then their final stage, actually there are a couple more. The next stage would be once they say yes or no to care, right? Depending on how they answer is depending on what they're going to get. And then the final stage is if they leave your practice. And that would be your reactivations. Recalls. Same thing, reactivations and recalls. And guess what? I'm going to make this a different color. You guys with me so far? Is this helpful? Okay, so let's go to recalls. With recalls are for people who have either left the practice, or they're taking a break. The recall system is going to give you a one click way to send them an email, a voicemail, and a text message. If they don't respond to it, it's going to happen all over again the next day. The recall system now also has a sister program, if you've been paying attention, called appointment mining. So you can choose to either do recalls or appointment mining on a regular cadence. If you have a busy practice like Dr. Marcy, I would suggest having one team member in charge of this entire program. And the appointment mining is taking a healthy look at schedule. And look at the people who are regulars. They come in regularly, but they're not scheduling ahead of time. And then you're going to offer them priority scheduling. What does that do for the practice? It increases your stats. It makes it the feedback that I'm getting in my practice, because this is a new system and I just implemented, is that it leaves so much admin. It puts so much admin out of the picture. They don't have to respond to the weekly text that goes out, right? They are on the schedule for 6 months at a time. So appointment mining has a follow-up process. Actually, both of these do. Both of these have a follow-up practice where you do them every 6 weeks, every couple of months, depending on how busy your practice is. It wouldn't make sense for me to do this every 6 weeks because my practice isn't busy right now. I do this more every couple of months. Okay. So those are, let me just see if there's anything else. There's one more thing. Once they are a active practice member, after visit 1, they become an active practice member, and they will enter the world of recalls, right? Which we just talked about. If they fall off, they will also enter the world of, wait, let me just delete that, of reviews. This is really cool. Okay, let me just make this a different color. I'll make it black. So reviews are when somebody says, I love what you're doing, Dr. Jody. I want more of it. I want to share it with the people who love me in my world. We're going to just one click, ask them for an online review. And this review will go wherever you want it to. It could go to Yelp. It can go to Google, whatever you want. It's up to you. Okay. So those are the main core programs that we have with a practice suite. And let me show you how this comes together. So the Suite Collective is our 6-week program where we're going to be building each piece of this. If you don't already have a website and branding that you love, that's where we're going to start. We're going to build the brand kit. We're going to build a one-page website. Then we're going to look at the messaging, like the basic messaging for your practice. Here's directions on parking. Here's my fee system. I think there are like 6 messages involved in here, as well as your voicemail. Then we're going to implement the reviews program. Then we're going to implement the recall program, including message mining. And then we're going to create your sequences for a new practice member and sequences for a lead, and even a sequence, if you'd like, for if somebody leaves. We're going to show you, so that you walk away from this experience empowered, how to come up with these words and personalize them using ChatGPT. So that's what we're doing during the 6 weeks, and then week 6 is a review week. If you already have a suite and not everything that I just pointed out on this board is clear to you, come join us. Get a once over on all of the different components of the practice suite. Now, let me show you what it ends up looking like. Here's a practice suite. This is a pink suite. You can have a blue suite, a green suite, whatever. We match it to your brand. If you don't already have a brand, we put your logo up here in the top left corner, and we match your entire suite to your brand. That's the first thing that we're going to do. Then we're going to build you a one-page website to go with your suite. The one-page website is SEO driven, and it's only one page. There's only one place to click. All of it is one page. There's no menu up here. And then if someone messages me here, it goes right into my practice suite. We just launched a program called Saya. Saya! Saya means happy girl, happy, joyful girl. And Saya is us running your suite for you. It's an admin service for your practice suite. It's not to build social media. It's not to do insurance billing. It's to run the admin of your practice. It's to do messaging. It's to do virtual errand running. Whatever you would hire an admin to do, a general admin to do, Saya will do. We are in beta. If you want that, you have to reach out to me now to get 50% off what we're going to be charging. Okay, so this is this. And then if I click here, this is your lead pilot page, right? Lead pilot is not something that we're building with the Suite Collective. This is when you graduate from the Suite Collective, we can then go into a program like Lead Pilot. This program takes a month to build, easily a month. So we're gonna build you a one-page site, and then you can graduate and stay on with us after to build your lead pilot. Once you have your suite, you're also going to have a fancy button here to request reviews. During the Suite Collective program, we're going to come up with what words you want to send to people, what website you want to send them to. We'll come up with the words together, we'll grab them from you, and we'll build all of this for you. You do not get your practice suite until week 5 of the 6-week program because we have to build it for you. And then we're also going to deliver an SOP showing you how to use it. Okay. We can mirror your EHR calendar as long as it can export an ICS file. Jane app can. If you have a program called Genesis, you can go back and forth between Genesis and your practice suite. We do your contact import for you during your meeting. We organize your contacts. During your meeting where your suite is delivered to you, we will not give you your suite until your contacts are sitting in there happy and ready to be clicked on. We will also send your first e-blast and your first text blast out on your behalf. And that e-blast and text blast will be a reactivation, which is going to be here. If you don't need a reactivation, then your first e-blast and text blast will be a review request. So that's the Suite Collective program. If you already have a practice suite, again, join us. We're meeting every Monday of September and a couple of Mondays in October. We're going to meet at 12 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. We're going to do one thing at a time. If you don't already have this tool, the practice suite, in between our meetings, we're going to build it for you. There is an onboarding. You're going to have a week of onboarding in the program, which is why we're waitlisted. We have to take our time onboarding you and getting all of the pieces right for your suite build. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. And if you are with me in the Zoom, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and take any questions you might have. If you're watching the replay of this, go make the world better with great care, and we'll talk to you soon.